Bad little bitch, she too thick, I said that's it. Goose on hand, got hand on goose like nigga we lit. Pop us some bottles and pop us some model like nigga we rich. I come from the bottom, now we at the bottom, I could I forget. Once you getting paper, they think that you rollin', they say you the shit. Once you getting paper, they think that you rollin', they say you the shit. I'm like a broke watch, cause I ain't got no time. Don't play me like Romo, cause I stay with that 9. These niggas like Apple, cause they dropping the dime. She shaking that ass though, and she look like a dime. I just talked to KEV, nigga, and he told me to sign. Then show me like 50 P's, gotta know I ain't lying. Yeah, shot.
You know what I mean? And I'm running around Atlanta like I'm still in Flatbush. It don't change. The location changed, but I ain't changed. Do I look like I'm in Atlanta?
Sure
Right?
not.
All right, then. So I'm still Flatbush minded, baby.
Yeah.
I'm still Flatbush fly. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah, it don't change. The grind don't change.
It never will.
The grind will never change.
What are we to expect from you from Expensive Grams?
First is put out a full project. You know what I'm saying? So he's been rushing to try to put out a mixtape, but we're trying to put about 20 more records in the catalog first, and then we'll pick. So once he gets about 30 records together, which he got probably about 15 to 20 now, 30, we'll narrow it down to the 8 that we want to put on the project. And when we get the 8 that we want on the project, we'll come in here, me, him, I'll probably get my man DJ Scream. I don't know if you ever heard of DJ Scream.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably get Scream to come in. That's who I work with as well, and do the sequencing of it to see what song go first, you know, to make it flow. And from there, we'll just shoot the cover, you know what I mean? And from there, it's just me working the project, you know what I mean? Getting into radio, getting into DJs, getting into these strip clubs. I'm in Atlanta, so the clubs are still open. So we get into the DJs, you know what I'm saying? Then we move over, go to Alabama, start hitting the Chitlin circuit, and then we end up, you know, all the way down in Houston, Dallas, and make our way back around. So it's going to be a hell of a year. I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. Now, if someone wanted to get with you to be management, are you open for that as of yet, or is it just Expensive Grams until he's done and they moving forward?
You know, the funny thing is I passed on a lot of opportunity. I'm going to give you a story. I remember I was in Philly. Meek Mill had came home. So when he came home, he wasn't able to travel. The PO had him just stay in Philly. This is when he first started dating Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj flew there. We all flew there. Our little homie Jay Prince from Junior from Houston. Everybody flew to Philly to open up, to actually celebrate the New Year's with Meek. And I remember we was in the hotel room. We had all Ciroc bottles and Bel Air, because we all were sponsored by Bel Air. And Little Uzi Vert was in there. And this before anything. So I'm talking about a little kid with gray and purple braids with some big folded up Air Force Ones, and he's sitting on the edge of the sofa and he's rhyming, and all he kept saying, every time he had a punchline, the whole room would go, hey, hey, and I was like, who the fuck is this little kid, right? So that's Uzi, but oh my God, whatever. Fast forward, I'm at DJ Drama Studio, Mean Streets. You heard of DJ Drama?
Yeah.
I'm in Mean Street Studio doing a mixtape release for one of my artists, and I see Uzi. Uzi is down there working with DJ Drama and Cannon, big shouts to Cannon too, on his project. And I'm like, yo, what's up? What's going on? He's like, yo, I remember you. I said, well, who's managing you? You know what I'm saying? What's your management like? He was like, nah, I'm doing everything under them. You know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, if one artist I would have wanted to manage would have been Little Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? But I probably blew that opportunity, of course, by now. But I think that I like to keep it exclusive, because when you're managing a person and you take on that responsibility, you know what I mean? It's a lot. You know what I mean? And I don't have the ability to clone myself yet. So if I'm with you, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm with Expensive Grams, I'm going to rock with him for now. And then as it opens up, then we'll take those meetings as they come. You know what I'm saying?
So for any young person who wants to be management, what would you tell them?
A lot of guys is management already. A lot of guys are the rapper's best friend, and he's the guy that's taking the Instagram. He's doing everything for him already. You see what I'm saying? He just don't know he's managing. Mm-hmm. That's the same way you have to be when you start to actually manage, whether there's paperwork involved or not. I think if you sign up for something, then you got to do the job and do it the best of your ability. You know what I mean? And not compromise the artist. So two people that I saw that I think are dope managers, are behind the scenes. Most managers are. One of them is Phil. Philly Phil, they call him. He's from out of Philadelphia. That's Meek Mill's manager. Phil is one of the dopest dudes that I've seen do it. To be able to manage all these different personalities, and not just Meek, but his whole entourage, because he travels kind of big, and dealing with that stuff, Phil is phenomenal. And another dude who I really got a lot of stuff from, and me and him don't see eye to eye, is Gucci Poochie. Gucci Poochie is Rick Ross' manager. You know what I'm saying? And the only way we don't see eye to eye is one time there was a event. Actually, Rick Ross had a album release party for Mastermind, and that was the first time I met Gucci Poochie. So I'm coming through, and he like, yo, who this dude? I'm like, I'm moving his hand. What you mean, who this? Who you? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was. And then once we figured out who he was, it still was friction there because we both alpha males. So I'm still looking at him. I'm mad the whole night. The whole night I'm thinking of all kinds of stuff to do to this dude. So we kind of had a slow, rocky start, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. And then I started just watching homie and kind of shadowing him and saying, yo, the dude is phenomenal. So those are the managers that I've seen that I really patted myself after in this game because you got to think, we from Flatbush, brother. I don't have nothing to pull from. I don't know too many dudes from Flatbush that was managing artists or securing six-figure deals like I was doing. So I didn't know who to pull from. I knew Manny was doing this thing, and Manny is dope. You know Manny Halley?
Mm-hmm.
From Keisha Cole.
From Keisha Cole, yeah.
From Flatbush up there by Westminster Court, I believe. Is that up? Westminster?
Yeah, it's a little ways up the bush.
Lincoln?
By Lincoln, yeah.
That's where they from, you know, and a big shout out to that whole crew over there. Them guys was doing it, you know. Manny, Clyde, Duke, Wisdom. There was a bunch of guys over there that was doing anything, but only person I really had something to pull from was Manny. But I'm not in contact with Manny. You know, we got mutual friends. So I had to find something to pull from. I had to find something. I didn't even know if I was doing it right. But I knew here I was doing it right. You know what I mean? And I just got lucky and blessed, brother.
That's what it do.
Lucky
I have one other question for you.
Spit.
As you said, you pull from these gentlemen. At any point did you feel like you were belittling yourself by just absorbing their knowledge?
No, not by absorbing anybody's knowledge. Knowledge is wisdom. So I'd always be able to take advice from anybody. I'm very humble when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if anybody that wants success, you have to be able to pull from people. You know, you have to be also a cup that they can pour into. Nobody's gonna pour into a cup that has a hole in it. You see what I'm saying? So I got to be able to pour into you. You got to be able to pour into me. But a man should never feel if you're secure in your manhood, then why would you be offended if somebody pulls your coattail or something, or just put you on the game?
Well, you know, everyone wants to be a chief. No one wants to be an Indian. So, you know, it's just like we were having a conversation before the interview started, where you stated we're sitting at a round table, not a square table, where there's no head.
Well, that's just the way I look at it. I run with a bunch of bosses. Even when I was little on my block, there was a bunch of guys, but nobody really was the chief. You see what I'm saying? Nobody listened to this one guy. When my concept of sitting at the round table is a bunch of bosses. There's nobody at the head. The table is round. We all bringing the same shit to the table. So how do we take this and take it to another level? There's no chief. You see what I'm saying? I don't even want to run with chiefs. I'd rather run a bunch of gang. We all Indians, but we gangster with it, than to run with it. Somebody's trying to tell me what to do. And if somebody tell me what to do that's beneficial to me, then you know what I mean? All praises due. But I would never not take advice from anybody or any kind of knowledge. I'm a sponge.
That's what's up.